just 5 days to go to the general polls. The IEBC is expected to conduct a simulation of the results transmission system, and the simulation was put off on Monday following the discovery of the body of IEBC's ICT manager Chris Msando, who had disappeared on Friday night. The simulation will be done at the National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya and at all county tallying centers. Despite the killing of its ICT manager, IEBC has maintained that its electronic systems remain secure. And our senior reporter, Patrick Amimo, is covering this for us. He now joins us live from the Bomas of Kenya. Patrick, is it all systems go for the IEBC?
The IEBC today, the mock exercise for the transmission of elections with results will be done today. We expect the exercise to begin at 3 p.m. and end at around 6 p.m. this evening. This exercise will be overseen by the chairperson, IEBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati. It was to be done on Monday as well as earlier stated, but then following the demise of our ICT manager Chris Msando, then the exercise was postponed to today. Basically, what happens is that we will have a mock voting where they will see those officers around the 47 counties together with at the National Tallying Center undertake the exercise where they will open the polling station by use of a password. Then after, there will be a mock voting for the 6 elective positions. After that, we'll see the polling station close to allow for the transmission of those results electronically. This particular matter is that the voters this time around will be identified biometrically by the use of the Kenya electronic integrated management system, which according to IEBC is an improved version of the 2013 elections, because in 2013 we saw at least there was a massive massive failure of these of the electronic system, which led to the use of the manual backup system. But this time around IEBC has now sourced the use of the three internet service providers, that are Safaricom, Airtel and Telcom, to ensure that those areas don't suffer internet challenges. Besides, IEBC has also invested on satellite, the use of satellite. So they'll install 290 satellite dishes in all the constituencies, plus the National Tallying Center, to ensure that there is no breakdown in the transmission of results electronically. So with that, the assurance that IEBC has given, they say that this time round will not have dead voters rising from the graves and go to participate in the votes in the voting exercise, because you will be identified biometrically. That will be the primary method of identifying voters. And two, they've also identified about 5,300 Kenyans out there who maybe their biometrics have not been captured. So the 5,300 will have an alternative method where now a manual backup where they'll have to be identified. But then for that particular thing, the agents will be there at the polling stations to confirm that surely this particular individual could not be identified biometrically. That's why they have now fallen to the other way of using the ID or capturing the MVR as it is on the back of the voter's identity card in order to allow the person to vote.
Well, Patrick, with the death of the man who was expected to be at the center of this whole process, what is the IEBC saying? Will this in any way act as a setback towards what they're planning for the August 8th election?
Yes, yesterday we saw the chairperson say that the IEBC is well staffed with people in its ICT department, so there's no worries. They said that with the passing on of Chris Msando, the commission will continue with its work, the ICT department. Remember, they'd hired cyber security experts to ensure that the system is not hacked. So they say the ICT department is up to the task, and the death of Msando will not affect the operations at IEBC. Yesterday we saw the NASA come out and say at least they wanted to have IEBC consider taking at least an international IT expert from either the Commonwealth or the United Nations to assure that there will be no interference with the systems. But then IEBC says that they have their staff ready, and I think that is what will happen. But maybe in case of any clarifications on whether they'll take up the NASA appeal, then maybe Wafula Chebukati will confirm once he checks in at the Bomas of Kenya. Akisa?
All right, and Patrick, once they do the mock exercise and see that all systems go for them, what do we expect in the next few days from the IEBC in terms of preparations for the elections? Well, Patrick, what do we expect from the IEBC in the next, say, 5 days in terms of preparation for the elections, even after they conduct this test run? All right, our reporter, Patrick Amimo, senior reporter there, seems we have lost that connection, but he's told us so much about this particular exercise. Says it will be conducted from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. All the agents will be present. It will be done here at the National Tallying Center, the Bomas of Kenya, as well as the county tallying centers. This particular exercise will be overseen by a chairperson of the IEBC, Wafula Chebukati. Something else that comes out of that conversation I've just had with Patrick Amimo is the worry or concern that the death of the ICT manager, Chris Msando, would have something to do with the interference of the whole system. But Wafula Chebukati, the chairperson, sought to assure Kenyans that they have everything under control, and cybersecurity experts have been hired to ensure that there's no interference whatsoever with the system.